Because you don't hedge this screen, pushing James Harden out, now the backside defender can just get up and be fine and then recover. You're running drop coverage, giving James Harden the lane. So now you got to X out. Cam Johnson's got to step up so this isn't a lob. So if you're Dorian Finney-Smith, I got to be going to the corner on a skip pass. And then Cam Johnson comes up to the wing. That's an X out. But you don't do it. Wide open. Why is Dorian Finney-Smith showing no effort here? Why aren't you sprinting back? Like, try and get the offensive rebound or just get back. But you just walk the whole time. Why are you not ahead of the ball and help? Complete mess. Dennis Smith Jr. is going to double. So Cam Thomas has got to be rotating now to one pass away. You're going to leave Terrence Mann on the weak side wing. But what is Royce O'Neal and Mikal Bridges doing? Why are you in the paint? There's a double. You got to be ready to rotate. Doesn't matter. You don't even rotate once. So now in transition, Royce O'Neal sprinting back. He's doing a nice job sprinting back. So Dennis Smith, you have help. Could you try and guard? There's help right there. But you're not up guarding or even trying. Cannot happen. Cannot ever happen. Russell Westbrook's ISOing Cam Thomas right here. Mikal Bridges, you got to see the ball. You're probably going to have to be in help. You're not seeing the ball. You're never seeing the ball. You needed to be in help. Shot goes up. Not one Nets player's boxing out on the perimeter. Not one. So a long rebound's always coming back to the offense. So now this is like transition defense. Off an offensive rebound. Forget getting matched up. Mikal Bridges, get to the nearest body. Mikal Bridges, you got Tice. That's it. Like, you can't try and look at this. Yeah, now you're trying to match up in the half court dunk. So Cam Thomas does get in the gaps here, but he should be there now with his feet set in a defensive stance, guaranteeing the ability to be able to recover to the corner. But okay, so you get the dribble picked up right now. All right, get out. The dribble's picked up. You did your job. Now you're just standing around gambling for I don't know what reason. You got to know you have help. Dennis Smith Jr. does a great job getting the dribble picked up. A great job. So now my hands are up. Paul George doesn't have his dribble alive. Why are your hands not up? He does not have his dribble. This awful one-on-one defense. Nick Claxton, sprint back. So my feet are set. I'm in a defensive stance. I'm ready to guard James Harden. You're just casually backpedaling, not getting up ready to guard. So you're going to have to come uphill now as James Harden's coming downhill. That's okay. Dorian Finney-Smith. Cam Thomas is giving me help. Dorian Finney-Smith's in help. So we have help. We have help. We have help. But you never get up and guard. So Dorian Finney-Smith gets beat back door. Can we box out now? Box out. Turn and box out. You got beat back door. Like, you're just standing now. You get beat back door, and then you don't box out the shooter. What are the Nets doing? This ball screen is set at the free throw line. You have to switch. It's at the free throw line. There's no other choice. Well, you're running drop coverage. Royce O'Neal, you're guarding the ball. Focus on the ball. Spencer Dinwiddie's fine. He's fronting the post. There's backside help. You're trying to deny an entry pass. Well, you're giving up an open three now. This is just a horrible defensive sequence. Spencer Dinwiddie, rotate to the ball. Feet set, defensive stance. Pointers out. I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. When this ball gets kicked back, I'm immediately rotating out, getting in a defensive stance, ready to guard. Look at how lazy this is. Your feet are never set. You're never in a defensive stance. Look at how you're closing out. You're not even sort of ready to guard now. Look at this. So now if you're Dorian Finney-Smith, you got to move into the gaps. Now you got to rotate to the ball. You're going to need to be in help. I can stunt and recover. But Dorian Finney-Smith late, and that was terrible from both angles. Why is Mikal Bridges feeling out a screen? It's Dorian Finney-Smith and Mikal Bridges in the screen. It's a switch. What are you doing? You're backing into a screen and now giving up an open three. Come on! This is useless defense from Trendon Watford. What are you doing? You're guarding James Harden. Your feet aren't set. You're not in defensive stance. You're playing off. Cam Thomas is coming to the paint to help you. Coming to the paint, and Lord knows you're going to need it. So get up and guard. Up, force him into help. Like, what are you doing here? It's James Harden. What was that? Is so much. Cam Johnson's giving James Harden the angle here. It is a lot easier if Cam Thomas just gets in the gaps with his feet set in a defensive stance, and he can just stunt recover. That's it. That's the shell drill in the game, but you want to help at the rim. Fine. This becomes a lot more complicated. Trendon Watford's going to double. Dennis Smith Jr.'s got to rotate down and help the helper. And then if the skip pass gets made to Russell Westbrook, Mikal Bridges comes up, and Watford would go up to Paul George. It's a lot more complicated. And you don't even do one of those rotations. No. You're going to give up 22 points in 5.5 minutes. You got to jam Paul George as he comes through this cross screen. It's not an option. So Spencer Dinwiddie can get on the other side. You don't touch him. So now Spencer Dinwiddie's off balance as Paul George now is going to reverse and fly off of a down screen. So now Spencer Dinwiddie, you're not going to show off this down screen, and Dinwiddie's going to go off the gut. Wide open three. Is this a joke? Like, you're up 8 with 4:44 left. Could Spencer Dinwiddie sprint back? Look at this. Why are you walking? You're losing. Again in transition. Spencer Dinwiddie, first of all, has got to get up on the ball. Nick Claxton, trailing the play, has got to communicate that he's back to James Harden. So Mikal Bridges knows to get wide. But there's no communicating. Mikal Bridges and Dinwiddie are taking the ball. Claxton just trotting back. And Norman Powell. Like, awful. No, again. Spencer Dinwiddie's going to go double. It doesn't matter if you're doubling or not. I'm never guarding above the three-point line away from the ball. I want to get about halfway to the top of the free throw circle from the ball and my man right here. Seeing both. So you're going to come double. You know why you're going to be late? Because you're guarding above the three-point line for no reason. No reason. Again with Spencer Dinwiddie. Oh my God. First of all, you're switching this handoff. Just get over ready to guard. What is this hip check? So now you're guaranteed to be off balance right now. Like your feet aren't set. You're not in a defensive stance. Stop. You have help. You're going to be off balance. So I'm up. I'm forcing Kawhi Leonard right into that help. Cam Johnson standing waiting to help me. You're off balance. You're not going to be able to slide your feet. Look what Dinwiddie does. Opens his hip up away from that help. And we can pretty much guess what happens from there. Did the Nets want to lose this game? Seriously. Look at this transition defense. Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas, back. What are you doing? Why are you gambling? This has got to be the most pathetic trap I've ever seen. Ever. Nick Claxton, you're trapping. Up. Cam Johnson, there's no space when you're trapping. And then Mikal Bridges, you got to rotate all the way up to Russell Westbrook. You got to leave someone when you trap. So it's Norman Powell 2 passes away. If Spencer Dinwiddie's awake, which is questionable, he can handle both Clippers 2 passes away. But there's too much space, and Mikal Bridges doesn't rotate. That's not a trap. That's 2 people standing in the vicinity of Paul George with no rotation, and now the Clippers have numbers. And you just got 22-0 run.